What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Chris G, and I wanted to talk about something. I'm going over a topic that I talked about before, with the pop balloon show. It's one of my videos. Y'all welcome to check that out, in my, I guess you say, catalog or library, whatever, of videos. But I'm just going to say this for some guys, and I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm just going to talk about the guys that are like vertically challenged. I guess some people would say the gentlemen they call them short kings. So basically gentlemen that are like under like 6 feet tall. And like I said, I'm not trying to disrespect them or anything like that. But what I'm going to say is for those guys, man, like if I were y'all, if anybody hears this video and, gets out there into the YouTube world and they hear this, man, and they're thinking about going on that show, I would just say don't even bother doing it, man. Like don't bother. I'm not saying that the guys that are under 6 feet are not good guys, but I'm just going to be honest, man. Like a lot of those ladies that are on those shows, man, that, want a guy, a lot of them, they want that guy to be 6 foot and over. Now, you do have some exceptions to the rules, but I'm going to say probably about 99.9% of those ladies, some people would say 100 of them, but I'll just say 99.9 or just 99%, like that percentage of those ladies on that show, man, like they want a guy that's 6 feet and over. And I've seen countless times, man, where a lot of shorter guys were on the show, man, and those balloons those balloons steadily got popped for those guys that were under 6 feet tall, man. You even had guys that were close to 6 feet. They might have been maybe like 5'10". They still got the balloon popped, and they dressed sharp, and excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. But they were really sharp dressed, had good attitudes and stuff like that. But, the ladies, they just didn't want them because they were below 6 feet tall. And I'm not saying for the shorter guys to just straight up just give up on the ladies, but I'm just talking about as far as that show. I just don't think you should go on there, man, because like that's extremely embarrassing. It really, really is to be up there and just heavily keep going through that rejection, from the ladies because you're not a certain height range. I would just suggest not to go on there, because I just don't think it's worth it. And I think a lot of those guys, you can try to go other ways of like trying to find women and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, man, it's just not worth it. I see one guy on there, man. He just steadily kept getting the balloon popped. I think one point it got to a point where I think the gentleman just popped his own balloon because he was just like, look, I already know you're not going to want me because I'm below 6 feet tall. Then I think she tried to say something like, well, she, was going to, like him or something like that. I think she was just doing it just for the sake of being contrary. But like, like the guy was just so frustrated, man. I really felt bad for the guy. He like a sharp cat, athletic guy, likes to work out, pretty sharp cat, but he just wasn't at that height range, So I would just say, guys, just don't do it. It's not worth it. I mean, some guy may get lucky on there. If he's below 6 feet, he might get lucky, but I mean the percentage and the chance of it's pretty low. So I would just say to the short kings out there, brothers, just don't go on there, man. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just find other ways to try to find ladies, because I don't want you to go through that embarrassment. It's just not worth it. So just don't do it. But that's what I gotta say. This is Chris G. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.